Hello everybody. So today we are going to make this 3D cube in processing with Java. So let's create this. First you need this setup. So you can go to Sketch, then import library, then add library, then you can search for this piece camera. This will help you to control your camera control for 3D sketch. So we are going to create a 3D. So this is the setup you need, and this is the size of canvas we are going to draw. So let me preview this. So this is what you see at first. So this will help you to eliminate the error. So let me show you the error. So your screen is black and it's not working, 3D not working. So in order to remove this error, so you can just use system.properties. So you can copy it from the screen. Next, what we want to do is draw a box. So here we have a inbuilt function called draw. Then let's open and close this. Then what we can do is we can create a box with size 30. So this will create a box with background black. Then let's preview it. So this is what you should get after this. First I will write a code, then I will define it later. So let's complete this piece of code. Long minus of max, then x is less or equal to of max, then x should have a 50 unit distance. So here what we did was to create a box. Then our goal with this is to create a box along x is like this. So what I did was to define its offset. So it start from 300 minus 300, then it get increases by plus 50. So now you might get 250. 2 minus 250, then it will create a 12 cube along x-axis. Now that has been done, then let's create here we have to do is push matrix. So this is also inbuilt in processing. So it will create and delete the matrix. So here, so if we try to run this, let us run this. So you might you might see this box. So now what we have to do is we have to make this along x-axis. So for that we can do is translate this is along x-axis, y-axis, and this is just axis. For now we are going to do on x-axis. Now what we can do is put your x, then let's run this. So it's not organized. What we can do is let's use translate. So we are going to use translate. Then what we can define is, so we want this on center, so we can do is width divide by 2 and height. So it will take the canvas height and width and divide by 2. Okay, then let's run this. Here I have made some error, right? Here I have to destroy it. So in order to destroy this, we can use pop matrix. Then let's run it. So if you zoom out, you will see this. So we are getting there, right? Let us create some more. So I want to create more. That means let me copy this. This should work. So we can just create X. We can just simply modify this. This should be Y. This should be Y. And next one is Z. And here we need to close the curly braces. Now it's working. So let's run this. So you can zoom out and you can preview. So right now you might be thinking, why isn't it showing other boxes? So we haven't defined here X. We need X, Y, and Z. So let's run this. So now we can see the cube. So now our next problem would be to rotate this. In order to rotate this is an animation. So the default animation frame is 60 frames per second. So what we can do next is to rotate outer cube. So what we can do is rotate along x-axis. Then we can rotate it by frame count into, so let's keep it 0.01 frame per second. So it will rotate outer cube. So let's rotate it. So now we are getting rotation. So we want to rotate it along X, Y, and Z axis. So we can just copy and paste it, and we can just simply use it like X and Y and Z. So let's run this and let us preview. Now we are seeing the rotation. Now we want to rotate cube inside cube. So we can just copy this copy this, then we want to translate. After creating box or after translating x, y and z, we want to rotate it. So in this rotation we are going to give slightly high speed, so high speed than our external cube. So let's run this. Now you are seeing inside cube is also rotating. So now that has been done. So now we have to create a variation on color. So we want this to be on RGB. So let's run this. So here you can see I have used RGB color. So our next problem is to create a RGB color. So now we have to create a function. So what we can do is integer, then color from offset. We can define this function with asking parameter of offset. So for that we have this formula in order to calculate the offset of. So what it does is take an offset. So we have our offset as, so suppose x is minus 300 and it takes minus 300 minus 600 divided by 2.8 into of max. So this is the formula to create our 255 color. So now what we can do is, after creating a box, so before that let's use this function. So color from, so we are using this, then we need to fill this, then let's close it, then along x, y and z. So first let us preview this, what I mean. So you should see like this. So you are filling the color along x-axis. So now you want to give a value of y and z. Similarly copy this and let's modify it y, and here also you can paste it and you can modify as z. Then let's preview this. Now you can see all the RGB color. So now we are getting there. Now that has been done. So now we need some kind of movement of box. So here I have a shrink, and it is shrinking, it is expanding, shrinking, expanding, that kind of motion. For that we are going to use this function, this formula. So math sign, simply what it does is gives us value between -1 and +1. So our frame is 60. So every time it get at a first frame, suppose if during first frame it goes, frame count will be 1, then it get divided by 20, then it get multiplied by 15. This is the formula for the motion. So you can replace this box size 30 and use this formula. This formula will give you that motion. Now we have successfully created the box. Thank you.